Well, guys, I told you I'd be back live and in color. Um, Partially from my studio today. Studio's not done yet; it's kind of bare, so bear with me. But I told you if we had any huge news, I'd be live. If we had any Kaden Procter news, I'd be live. But we got a couple of big things to talk about. Caden Procter has committed to Iowa. Just about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. So that's huge, guys. That's another five-star player, number one player in the state of Iowa, or in the nation, actually, I think. Number one Iowa and number one nation. Anyway, or just number one offensive. That's probably what it is. Number one offensive tackle in the nation. So that is huge news, guys. Iowa needed that. That's the second straight win for them over the last two seasons. You'll remember we got the X-Man, New Papa. How do you say that? X Papa, Xavier Papa, no Papa. Anyway, I'll learn the name. Okay. So that's huge. I don't think that was a huge surprise. I think many people thought he was coming to Iowa. So congratulations to Kaden Procter for choosing the Hawkeyes, and congratulations to the fans. Congratulations to the coaches. The coaches, I'm sure, are very, very, very thrilled. Um, He's just, committed with the other three people that committed to the offensive line, and Iowa doesn't lock these guys into offensive tackles or guard or anything like that or center. They work the four or five best guys, the five best guys that includes the center on the line, and they're going to move them around. And so it sounds like these guys, these four, have the potential to be fantastic at Iowa for years to come. Um, So I can't wait. I can't wait to see what that does. Okay. All right. Moving on from Caden Proctor. The other huge news. Breaking news. USC and UCLA want to leave the Pac 12. They have announced that they want to leave the Pac 12 for the Big Ten, that they have approached the Big Ten about joining from multiple sources out there. I'm hearing it all over the internet, all over Murph and Andy, and so there's got to be some credit to it, credence to it. They would be as soon as 2024. Guys, number one, this has me excited because, as you know, I live in California. I live about 2.5 hours away from where UCLA plays football in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl. When Iowa makes a trip out here to play UCLA, I can go watch one of my Hawkeyes live and in person. When they come down to USC and play in the Coliseum, which I have been to games in the Coliseum before, guys. If that's a real treat to go to that stadium. It's old, but it's traditional and it's historic, and it's a really nice place. Anyhow, when they come to play USC at the Coliseum, I'll be able to travel, and that's usually, if traffic's not too bad, I can get there in about an hour, 45 minutes. Um, Perfect for me. All right. What's that do? Didn't the Pac 12, the Big Ten, and the ACC last year form an alliance that they would not poach each other's teams, and they would form an alliance to where they would schedule each other in both basketball and football? Um, where's I haven't seen that come to fruition yet. Nothing on the schedules for Iowa for the next up through 2029. There is no Pac-10, ACC, or um, yeah, either one of them. I'm sorry. Anyway, there's neither one of them teams are scheduled. However, Iowa State is not scheduled beyond 2025. Could that be that the reason why they haven't scheduled that and renewed that contract yet is because of something like this, where they need to make room in the schedule for more Big Ten games? Um, right now, Iowa's the only. I mean, not just Iowa, but the Big Ten is the only one playing 9 games. I imagine that will probably go to 10 games if they become a 16-team league. Um, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how everything unfolds. Now, you've got Oklahoma and Texas playing their last year in the Big 12, bolting for the SEC next year. Um, But I don't know. I just keep thinking, what's that do? Okay, what if Big Ten? Okay, so right now Nebraska is our farthest west team. You add UCLA and USC, they become our farthest west teams, but there's no teams in between Nebraska and the LA market, right? So why not make it 18 teams, add Colorado and Utah out of the Pac 12 and connect the dots? Nebraska sits next to Oklahoma. Oklahoma sits next to Utah. Utah sits next to parts of California. Right? Wouldn't that make sense? Or is it Nevada? No, I'm sorry. Nevada separates California and Utah. I apologize, guys. I apologize. My bad. Um. So, but Utah's close enough. So that would be kind of cool. You can kind of connect the dots that way. That way, you can just kind of like go to Maryland and Rutgers, Penn State on the East Coast, and just drive to the Midwest and just connect the dots, and then you could add up four more teams connecting all the way to the coast. That would make it truly the first true coast to coast conference that there is. I mean, it will be anyway if you have, but you just you leave out everything between Nebraska and LA, basically if you do that. So I don't know. What are you guys thinking? What's going on? What are your thoughts? Let's leave some comments, and I'll come back in later and check the comments later today, and let's find out. Let's find out what you guys think. I'm really curious. What do you guys think about Kaden Procter? I know we're all excited. All of us Hawkeye fans are just hugely excited. But what do you guys think about the other news about USC and UCLA joining the Big Ten? You remember last year when people said if the Big Ten were to add two more teams, who would you want? And I always said USC and UCLA. USC is going to become a power again. I mean, they're already starting to become making some noise, and USC is going to be a power again. I would think, especially under Lincoln Riley, and he's took some talent. He's got some talent there, but maybe they just need to mature for a year or two before they uh, go big. So UCLA, they are what they are in football. They're just sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, sometimes they're in between. Um, I would just call them an average football team at best. But UCLA will bring a top-notch basketball team to the conference. USC will not bring such a great team to the basketball conference. But excuse me, I got a CT scan coming up a little bit later. I'm on it fast, and I can drink nothing but water. But apparently, I'm drinking too much water because it's coming back at me. I know it's more information than you guys wanted. All right, so I don't know what you guys think about it. Let's talk about it. This will be on Facebook. This will be on YouTube. Please leave comments. Comment. Let's talk about this. Let's get some discussion going. Okay, and I think this would be kind of cool. So I'm gonna sign out here and get this posted, and also don't forget to join our Facebook page. We're over 3K now. We've passed the 3K mark, and we're well on our way to 3.1K. We've a lot of people signing up on our Facebook page, Iowa Hawkeye Sports. So just go request to join. It is a private group. Um, we can't make it public because Facebook won't let us. So it is a private group. So your privacy will be taken care of there. Um, we try not to let people get out belligerent and out of line over there. So don't let that scare you off. We try to keep things positive, but at the same time, we let you voice your opinion. If I could go over how many fire Brian Ferentz post and get rid of Spencer Petras posts that we've allowed on there. I probably, if I had a nickel for every one that we allowed on there, I'd be a rich man right now. Anyway, and then subscribe to this this YouTube channel. Let's build it up, guys. We're up in the 80s. Let's make my very first realistic goal of 100. Let's get this thing over 100. Share this with your Hawkeye friends. Share it with your UCLA friends, your USC friends. Share this with your Iowa State fans and your and friends and family of Caden Proctor if you guys know him personally. So share it. Let's move this thing along. All right, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I got things to do. I got to go get a CT scan, but I did not want to let this go without getting on here and at least doing something about the two big pieces of news in Hawkeye today. Take care. Out.